Appssavvy at a high level, in case you're not familiar, we are the direct sales team that essentially represents existing social media developers, and we help guys like this actually buy and make sense. So we're a sales organization that has strategy, execution, planning to make sure that GE can buy social the right way. So Paul is actually who I'm going to be speaking to as it relates to appliances, and he mentioned a couple of things: conversation, brand awareness, social media. I think you may have mentioned moms. If you didn't, I'm going to plant that seed, but it sounds like from an appliance standpoint, moms is going to be your target. So let's jump into this. Moms, how many moms are in the room real quick? If we could just raise some hands. Okay, quite a bit of moms. We know today that moms are going to social media. Clearly they're on Facebook. Facebook is exploded with 400 million plus people. We know that they're going there to connect with their friends, to share everything from parenting tips to diapers to snacks for the kids. So we know that they're on Facebook communicating because it's a giant communications platform, but there's other things that they can do while they're on Facebook to actually stay and consume media and actually get recommendations from their friends. So moms are 85% more likely to visit Facebook on a monthly basis. And overall, moms want to stay plugged in through the news feed with their friends to get advice. If you're a new mom, you need to talk to other moms about what to do. So my mom is on Facebook, actually, and I think a lot of our moms are on Facebook, and that's okay. Every day, Facebook gets older and it gets more female, which I think is something to celebrate. In addition to that, with the likes of Farmville and a lot of the major gaming platforms, more moms are on social networking sites and playing games than traditional media that we're used to the last 50 years, consuming TV, print, et cetera. So clearly they're there, clearly they're spending their time. So from a reach perspective, we're called Appssavvy. We work in the app space for 2+ years. We realize the opportunity is really about identifying 100% mom target audience. We believe that you have to have 100% targeting as it relates to GE's appliances. There's actually, in a lot of cases, moms are spending more time, say, on communities like Circle Moms, which is an application or community we represent, more than plugging in and doing communications with their friends on Facebook. So there's a ton of engagement. Contextually relevant programs matter. If it's not contextual, if it doesn't provide utility, it's probably not going to work. So I want to highlight how we plan on giving GE an opportunity to leverage our mom vertical. And then authenticity. No one would disagree that a mom telling another mom, as I mentioned before, real conversations is really what's going to drive this. So from what really makes sense here, there's two opportunities. One is potentially leveraging a mom while she's in a community already talking about appliances. There's already conversations happening. You don't need to search for conversations anymore. They're actually already existing. You need to go out and search and be a part of that conversation. So from our perspective, while I think we're very unique in the context of my other esteemed panelists that have fantastic businesses, is we already have an existing platform. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to buy a ton of media to drive traffic. I forgot who mentioned earlier that at the beginning of the day, the idea of building websites and driving traffic, it's really going to be difficult. Everything's becoming more social. People want to remain on Facebook. So the opportunity is to reach them here. 12 million plus moms. Circle Moms is the fastest growing mom community on the web today with a .com, an iPhone app, and of course, Facebook. Family Tree, Visual Bookshelf, Dog Book, which is essentially moms with dogs, social calendar. Here's a collection of properties we represent that we feel GE should be a part of. So as it relates for Paul's specific objectives, I singled out one opportunity. There's 4, but we wanted to focus on the single double oven. And in the context of moms today, they're moving a mile a minute. They need speed. They need convenience. They're obviously really busy, and they need simplicity. So one of the appliances that we're going to highlight is the double oven. And in this context, the idea is to create a socially charged integration where moms can really participate in the time and place that they're already spending time, whether it's Family Tree or Circle Moms. In this particular case, this is a unit that would actually live within those properties I showed on the previous slide. And it would be, if I could do 2 things, they would be X and Y. So for example, this would be Sarah, I believe. She would say sleep and work. The most important opportunity as it relates to social media and Facebook apps is the earned impressions, the newsfeed impressions. You can't get those on content sites. So why not take advantage of a property that gives you those newsfeed impressions? If everyone in here was a friend of mine on Facebook and I posted something today, they would all see my newsfeed. So the next step is you would see stories from other users. So now you're tying in this sort of overall sharing component. Step 3, it hits the newsfeed, as I mentioned. This is a highlight of what these units would look like on various platforms such as Circle Moms and Family Tree. So now we're reaching moms, 100% target, which is important for GE. They're in the context of appliances. And now this actually, if GE wants to look at their fan page as a means to drive traffic, this could be on the fan page, this could be built into the unit itself, or another destination. But in this particular case, we highlighted a fan page, assuming that GE wants to have a presence, has a presence on Facebook. So now moms are participating. They're communicating with one another. They're sharing their two things that they'd like to do, and it's tied into one overall conversation. So with 25 seconds, the reason why this works is, number one, 12 million socially enabled moms. That's a big number. That's a number that you care about. This goes way beyond a media unit. Number two, you're encouraging them naturally to have dialogue, socially, encourage social dialogue through very relevant brand integration. It has to be contextually relevant. Last is the authenticity and personalization from mom to mom and sharing is what's going to drive this. And last, reach moms where they're thinking about being a mom, which is in communities, environments where you have 100% mom-targeted audiences, and now you can actually get them to participate and share with other moms. So I'm 15 seconds over. All right. Do I take questions?
Chris, first of all, one error in the beginning. I'm a Yankee fan.
Oh, ouch.
And I actually stayed up to watch them lose last night.
Whoever's from appssavvy, you're fired.
No, I think it's a very good job. You really keyed on a few things that are very important to us. Obviously, women represent 2/3 of our consumer base, the customers we're targeting. So, and moms being a very, very important demographic for us, it's a target. So that's the number one thing you want. Would I be reaching the consumers I want to reach? The fact that the consumers are older, female, on Facebook, very relevant because typically it's not until you make your first home purchase that you care about appliances. So our demographic target skews older. The idea of busy moms, it's just always been there, and it's something that we really try to address in terms of solving their problems. So the contextual relevance is very key. And the idea of doing two things at once is very relevant to the product. Here's an oven that you can cook 2 meals at the same time. By the way, we take orders later. Two meals at different temperatures at the same time in the same space. So the idea of having a viral campaign about doing 2 things at once, I think, is a really intriguing idea, and also something very relatively easy to implement.
Great.
So it sounds good.
And there's one bit that I didn't include in here that I think is important. As it relates to social, it's not so much about CTR impression anymore. It's about KPIs. And KPIs are key performance indicators that brands, companies like appssavvy work together to establish prior to a campaign. In this particular case, they would be submissions. They would be likes. It's not so much about becoming a fan. Facebook's transformed to likes. Time view and submissions. And another component or KPI actually would be click to fan page. So there's various KPIs that can be tracked outside of the traditional means. So I wanted to highlight what those metrics were.
No, and those are all direct metrics on that, in that sense?
Those are relevant to us. We actually look at, we'll have a sweepstakes. We go to our website and look for, are people going to find out where to buy? More product information, go to spec pages. So we have our own metrics that would tie directly to those to make sure they didn't just come to our Facebook page, but then they went to learn more about the product.
Perfect.
Which is ultimately what we want.